quick build shelters for survival situations. In emergency wilderness situations, having proper shelter is critical for staying warm, dry, and protected from the elements. A well-constructed survival shelter can prevent hypothermia, shield from wind and rain, and provide psychological comfort. Types of quick build survival shelters. Survival shelters vary based on available materials, climate, and terrain. The best shelters maximize insulation, minimize exposure, and require minimal effort to construct. Lean-to shelter. A simple and effective survival shelter, a lean-to provides wind and rain protection while keeping one side open for a fire. How to build a lean-to. Find a strong support structure. A fallen tree, large rock, or two sturdy trees 5 to 6 feet apart. Position a ridgepole. Place a long, sturdy branch between the support points at a slight angle. Add slanted branches. Lean branches against the ridgepole to form a sloping roof. Insulate with natural materials. Cover with leaves, moss, grass, or snow for insulation. Tip. Build the lean-to so the open side faces away from the wind and toward a fire for warmth. Best for wind and light rain protection, moderate climates. A-frame shelter. An A-frame shelter is stronger and more enclosed than a lean-to, offering better warmth retention. How to build an A-frame shelter. Create a ridgepole. Secure a long, strong branch horizontally between two forked sticks or against a tree. Form the triangular walls. Lean smaller branches along both sides of the ridgepole. Layer with insulation. Use leaves, bark, grass, or snow to add warmth. Tip. Pile at least 12 inches of natural insulation for warmth in cold conditions. Best for cold weather, high wind protection, better insulation. Debris hut. A debris hut is fully enclosed and highly insulated, making it ideal for staying warm in freezing temperatures. How to build a debris hut. Find a sturdy support structure. Use a fallen tree, large branch, or a ridgepole supported by two forked sticks. Create a framework. Lay sticks over the ridgepole to form a teepee or tent-like shape. Add insulation. Pile on at least 2 to 3 feet of leaves, grass, or pine needles to trap heat. Block the entrance. Use extra debris or a backpack to keep in warmth. Tip. Create a small sleeping area inside using dry grass, moss, or pine burrows to stay off the cold ground. Best for cold climates, rain protection, emergency overnight shelter. Using tarps, natural materials, and salvaged supplies. Tarp shelters, fast and effective. A tarp, or emergency blanket, is one of the most versatile survival tools. It can provide instant protection with minimal effort. Tarp shelter variations. Lean-to tarp shelter. Tie a tarp between two trees and secure the bottom edge to the ground. A-frame tarp shelter. Drape a tarp over a ridgepole and secure both sides to the ground. Burrito wrap shelter. Wrap yourself inside a tarp and insulation for extra warmth. Tip. Always secure tarps tightly to prevent flapping in strong winds. Using natural materials for shelter. If you have no tarp, nature provides plenty of insulation. Natural materials for shelters. Leaves, grass, moss. Excellent for insulation. Pine branches and bark. Great for layering and waterproofing. Mud and clay. Can be used for sealing gaps. Snow. Provides insulation in winter survival. Tip. The thicker the insulation, the warmer the shelter, even in freezing temperatures. Salvage supplies for shelter construction. In some survival scenarios, you may find useful materials in abandoned buildings, campsites, or debris. Useful salvaged materials: plastic sheets, trash bags. Work like tarps for waterproofing. Metal sheets, car parts, can provide wind barriers. Ropes, paracord, vines help secure shelter frames. Blankets, clothing, foam add insulation. Tip: always prioritize waterproofing. Even the best shelter is useless if it soaks you in the rain. Choosing safe locations for shelter construction. Not all shelter locations are safe. Choosing the right spot is just as important as the structure itself. What to look for in a safe shelter location: dry, elevated ground. Avoid flood zones. Natural wind barriers: hills, trees, or rock formations. Near resources: water, firewood, and food sources. Visible but hidden. If seeking rescue, stay visible. If avoiding threats, remain hidden. Tip: always check for widowmakers, dead branches that could fall on your shelter. Where not to build a shelter: low-lying areas, prone to flooding. Near rivers or dry stream beds. Flash floods can be deadly. Under unstable cliffs. Risk of rock slides. At the base of hills. Cold air sinks, making it colder at night. Too close to water. Attracts predators and insects. Tip: always check for signs of animal activity before setting up camp. Conclusion: in an emergency, shelter is your first priority for survival. Quick-build shelters like lean-tos, A-frames, and debris huts can be life-saving when built correctly. Using tarps, natural materials, and salvaged supplies improves your ability to create a strong, warm, and weatherproof shelter. Choosing the right location ensures safety from natural dangers.